Okay, welcome back to the show. We're talking about the Oscar nominations, and we're talking about the Best Picture nomination at the moment. We're into the next film, which is Green Book, which is a journey through the Deep South in the 1960s between an acclaimed black piano player and his driver, who's a hardened and outspoken American-Italian bouncer. Do you see this one?
I saw it, definitely, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty hot at the moment. It's just come out in the UK.
Yeah, I saw it. I love the whole, dynamics between both of them.
Exactly. It's a real actor's film, isn't it? The script's great, the acting's great, and just the dynamic. I thought going in, how are they going to sustain this for that long? It's going to get a bit dull, but no, because it's such great characters and such great character evolution.
Yeah.
It keeps it interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, because I was looking at, the story structure. The way, it started off at the beginning, it was like,
there's a lot of distance between the characters.
Over the time.
And you think, how are they possibly going to become connected?
But I mean,
it's really nice to see.
It's a film, and then they became close,
Despite their total opposite. And there's a lot of comedy in it as well, because it's so funny that they're so different.
The adventure in that movie was crazy.
Yeah.
The one that really made me laugh was when he was writing the love letter. When he was writing the love letter to his wife. And, when the pianist looked at it, no. You should tell her about your day. He was doing some poetry in it, actually.
Yeah.
Some citation.
Yeah, it's nice.
And also bits about, the history behind the Deep South, their fascination, or should I say weirdness,
with race. Yeah. So it deals mostly, doesn't it, with the issue of race.
Yeah.
Another film that's quite steeped in that. Yeah. And it was interesting in that
going to the South to tour.
Yeah, in the 60s with a black guy, and does not go down well with some of the bits. And it's interesting seeing bits like, for example, in the scene where, despite him playing for them, he's then made to use the outside toilet.
Exactly.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
Which you could totally imagine happening. It's like a real wow. That's a real
I mean, for someone like me, when I watch these movies, just coming from where I come from originally. This looks weird.
Yeah.
This literally looks weird. But I'm like, well, it's a movie. Just watch the bloody thing. And the way he handled it was actually. I mean, I don't know if the real guy actually handled it like that, but
don't know.
We'll never know. But I think overall, the way they stepped up for each other was really good. After when they've both seen their demons, should I say? We should not spoil the film for anyone. They've seen their demons, and then they were able to connect on a more humane level, which I think is really good. It's really good. Yeah, it brings out humanity, the potential of humanity, and I think I'll be rooting for them to win something, definitely.
And though it's not actually, I don't think it's a real story that they travel together. It's based on a mid-20th century guidebook for black people traveling to help them find motels and restaurants that would accept them and let them stay in.
No.
Called the Negro Motorist Green Book.
Yeah, it was the Green Book. But the guy both of them were real.
They were both real characters?
Because at the ending of the movie, see, I guess you left before the credits.
No, I did. Maybe I just forgot.
Yeah, because at the ending of the movie, there was a little bio, on the black and white screen.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's them
as
real characters
until and they died and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did all that.
Okay. So it's not only a real based on a real Green Book, the Negro Motorist Green Book. It's also a real story. So that's nice.
I didn't even know that book actually existed.
Yeah. No, real book. Yeah. So that's why it's called Green Book. And as you remember, they're going to try and find the motels and places that will accept him.
I wonder how mankind is going to act when they get to heaven. Black and white? Shit. That's gonna be crazy.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Would black guys want to be with white guys in heaven? We got different ideas of what heaven is.
But I know this is outside the topic. But then, so you have the new school now, which everyone's integrated. So they'll be like, what are you guys doing? The guys in the old spirit will be like, no, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna do that. Okay, all right, okay.
There's a sitcom in that somewhere. Definitely, that'd be good. Black heaven, white heaven.
So, hey, producer man, shout outs out. We can give a good story, though. Spin-off comedy version of the Green Book. Okay,
so will it win the Oscar though? That's the question. Well, I think it's got a chance. It's been nominated in 5 different categories.
Yeah.
But it's not really one with a lot of cinematic prowess, is it? It's quite them in the car, and you know, it doesn't have scenes
But
of.
it tells a story.
Yeah, no, it tells a story, and it was a
beautiful
lovely story in that.
Which I think,
And which is why it's been nominated, because it is a very nice film.
it is.
I just
The
don't
story.
think it's got, like, for example, The Favourite, Roma. They've got real cinematic sequences that make them Oscar gold. You know, I don't think Green Book has it in the same respect, which I don't think is why it will win. However, it's a possibility, outside chance. I'm going to give it a 3-star.
But there is.
3.
I think from a literature perspective, it's really good story, well written, and well structured. So let's see. So it depends on who, the people that vote.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's possible.
There's a possibility. So
Yeah, definitely.
hey man,
Okay.
Let's open the third eye.
Onto the next film that we're going to be talking about, which is Roma.
Yeah.
This is the latest film by Alfonso Cuarón, who directed Children of Men and Gravity. Did you catch this one?
No, I haven't.
Right. So it's a Netflix released film.
Okay.
Basically about his experiences growing up in Mexico. It's a real critics film, this one. I really wasn't keen on it. I gotta be honest. It's really slow and boring. Actually, if I have to say it was a real slog. It's black and white as well. I think it's pretentious. It's just about his own sort of thing. I couldn't get to grips with it. The second half improves, but it was unrelentingly dull, I thought.
You know what? Because if you, I'm going to go watch this.
Yeah,
So
no,
I can
please
a
make up your own
review.
mind.
Exactly.
And I've been checking comments on, Facebook, because I'm always really fascinated to think what other people think as well. And it's been a very mixed response from users. Critics have absolutely lapped it up. 10 different nominations. I think it's 10 into 10 different categories. I really don't see what the fuss about it. I mean, please convince me I'm wrong in the comment section on this video, but I really, my producer's disagreeing with me right here. She liked it, but she's wrong. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know.
I don't have much to say about this because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go watch
Well, anyway,
it.
it's on Netflix, so easy enough to do if you've got Netflix.
So I can rip him off, take a
Yeah,
piece
yeah.
out of him and let him know that look.
I don't think you'll like it either. It's so boring. It's so pretentious. I think maybe I've watched too many superhero films now. I'm too used to, big flashing. Films changed, hasn't it? This is why when we watch films very old films, it's hard to get into sometimes because they're much slower. And this is a film that's quite slow. Scenes sometimes last sort of 5-10 minutes of just not much going on, very low stakes dialogue as well, just showing her picking up dog shit off the floor. I'm okay, it's meant to be nice about them growing up in Mexico, but I don't really care that
Sounds
much.
like he has an issue with the director of this movie.
No, I really liked Children of Men and Gravity. I thought they were Gravity was fantastic. I watched it in, I loved that.
Were you disappointed?
I was disappointed in this, yeah. I was really expecting something, Anyway, I didn't like it. Critics did. So anyway, 10
Let's
Oscar
see.
nominations.
Okay, what are you
It's
rating
clearly got a good chance of winning. I'm going to give it, if it does win,
wait, sorry. What are you rating it?
I'm giving it a 4-star.
Seriously?
Yeah, well, and this is not if I like it, it's how likely it is to win.
So let me get this straight, right? So the movies you liked, you rate them low.
Yeah.
The movies you disliked.
Not up to me though. It's what I think will
just
win.
what you think.
Yeah, that's what I think will win. And because it's got 10 Oscar nominations, I think it's got a good chance.
Okay.
This is also the most Oscar nominations ever received by a film which is not in the English language. So,
You know what? When I watch it, I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna have a go at this.
yeah, let me know. Send me a text. Tell
I
me what you think.
will. 2:00 in the night. I'll send them a text.
It won Best Director and it won Best Foreign Language Film at the Golden Globes and Best Director and Best Picture at the Critics' Choice Awards, and also 7 nominations for the Academy, for the 72nd British Academy Film Awards. So, which is BAFTA, obviously, the English one. It's got a good chance because it's got a lot of award nominations. So sadly, I think it might win.
Obviously, there's a traffic coming with it. If it has a huge traffic,
Exactly.
there's a potential they're going to win, and they're bagging in some good money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
On to our next film. Getting near the end now. We've got a couple more. The next film we're going to be talking about is A Star Is Born. Now, this is the Bradley Cooper directed film about a musician who gets discovered by a seasoned musician, and he helps her to sort of develop her career, and they fall in love, and it's about their relationship over the years. Did you catch this one?
Yeah, I did. I mean, we spoke about it last time.
Yeah.
I think I'd just seen it before.
Right. Good timing.
Yeah.
You liked it, yeah?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I think it was really authentic.
Yeah.
I could
heartfelt.
Exactly. I could really feel the authenticity to the particular, the production itself. I think both of them, there was something about them. I don't know.
They were good leads, weren't they?
There was a chemistry they had.
Yeah.
So
they got it well. I didn't think that Lady Gaga, would be so good at acting, and I didn't think Bradley Cooper would be so good at singing. So it was a bit of a surprise.
But,
both ways.
Was he senior brother, the guy that he punched, the guy that always put him over to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dynamic. I mean, both of them, I didn't understand the chemistry. I was going, is this a senior brother? Or is, he just went in and punched him. Like, you can punch your senior brother like that? Really? But
I wish you could punch your brother like that.
But I think there were a lot of, niche stories within that were linked, the alcohol.
All the characters were interesting.
Exactly. And everybody had their own personal demons.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Yeah.
They're all 3D characters.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah.
It was good. It was good, wasn't it? I thought it was a really nice retelling. Very uplifting, very saddening at times, obviously. Heartfelt and moving. Yeah.
It was a good soup of emotions.
Yeah, indeed. I thought so. So let's see. Will it win? It's got 8 Oscar nominations, and a high praise from critics and users puts it pretty high, and I would say it's one of the favorites for sure. I'm therefore going to give it a 4-star rating as a possibility.
Okay, I would have to agree with him on this.
Yeah.
There's the only.
I think it's got a good chance.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, on to our final film for Best Picture. It is Vice. This is the Dick Cheney biop with Christian Bale playing Cheney. Just came out recently in the UK. Directed by Adam McKay, who did The Big Short as well, which was fantastic, I thought. And I was really looking forward to this film because I loved The Big Short and I loved his early films with Will Ferrell, and I love anything Christian Bale does. I think he's fantastic, really is. Did you catch this one?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Well, it was an interesting biop.
Trailer.
It was good. It was good in that it was an interesting. It was basically it was like a docudrama, just telling you about what happened. So a good film, sort of social document, on the Bush era and politics in general.
Yeah, and it was about politics.
And about Dick Cheney, just his life. But it got slightly mixed reviews from critics because they thought it lacked sort of emotional character depth. It was a bit watery on that because, as I said, it's more of a docudrama. Like, it's not really going into deep scenes. It's just telling it like it is
from the surface.
Yeah, and also we don't actually know the story because no book has ever been published. This is all like secret. So they are, and even a disclaimer at the beginning of the film tells you some of this may have been true, but basically we're making some of this shit up, that's what they say.
Because most of the time in politics, even when they do their publication, their bio, you don't really get the full story.
No, you never do.
They might get in trouble. So, but I mean, from an outside perspective, the trailer, the money shots look good.
Yeah. Oh, the trailer makes it look fantastic.
Exactly.
It's such a good trailer.
Really good.
The film is. So I was really psyched for it as well. I really did enjoy the film. It was good. It's not as good as The Big Short though.
So what do you think they should have done better then?
Well, as I say, it lacked kind of the character emotional depth for Cheney, which kept it from being a truly great film. Bale's performance is fantastic, but it just doesn't really get under the skin of who he was as a person and his motivations sometimes. Because it's just telling it from a sort of almost documentary.
From an observer's point of view.
Yeah, like you're a fly in the room, basically, that's it. But you don't get,
You don't get to say or contribute.
Yeah. So I think for that reason, it's pretty unlikely to win. I would be really surprised. I'm going to give it an outside chance of 2 stars. Yeah.
All right, when I watch it, I would let you guys know.
Yeah. So, should we tell who the winner is? I should have like an envelope so I can do the.
You see, I was about to just bring up the.
And
drawings.
the Oscar goes to The Favorite.
Okay, all right.
So obviously we don't actually know who wins yet. In case anyone's confused at home, like this is not the Oscars. I know it seemed like it for a minute there. We're pretty convincing. This is my prediction. I've chosen The Favorite.
It's a psyche.
It was it's a tough choice this year. I thought the main contenders were The Favorite, Roma, and A Star Is Born. I think they're going to be the main 3 that are going to be the tough choice between those ones.
Why is that?
It's just the sort of film they are. They tick all the right boxes for the Oscars. They've got the cinematography, they've got the good performances, they've got the depth of character, they've got the moving, all that. They've got it all. And they are. I mean, well, 2 out of 3 of them are really good.
Let's just see if its magic is true, okay?
Yeah, I mean, let's
how
see.
that
So I
goes.
think the favorite win, and then I'm going to go with Roma second, Star is Born, Black Panther, Green Book, Vice, and finally Bohemian Rhapsody. Well, actually, I might change those last two rounds. Bohemian Rhapsody,
Right.
then Vice.
Okay, so is it going to be in that order? Is that how you think it's going to play
Yeah,
out?
that's the order I think it'll be.
That's the order?
I want to do every film to see if I can get every single one right. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That happens.
That happens.
Oh my
I am
gosh.
like a fucking god.
You know, you just